Welcome to Wednesdays with Whitney. Today I'm here with Tyler Coe, who is DSM's divorce lawyer with Whitfield and Eddy, and we're going to talk about all things DSM divorce lawyer.
We are.
And personal branding and
Yes.
just like Tyler in general and Beagles. We're probably going to talk about Beagles.
The most important
Can we
part.
talk about your tie?
Yes, so this is my Beagle tie. I wear it because it makes me happy. It's my favorite tie out of all of them, and I like to wear these ties when I have clients who are going through issues in their lives and they have pets that mean a lot to them.
Yes, and I love that. And I think it was last week I saw a photo of you in a Beagle shirt.
Yes, I got a brand new Beagle shirt.
Yeah. So when you say brand new Beagle shirt, it's like maybe you have multiple Beagle shirts?
I have about 15.
Only 15 Beagle shirts.
I know.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Thank you.
So it's gonna be, and I see a Beagle blanket in your life.
Yes, I have 3 now. So
3 Beagle blankets.
I know.
So are you one of those people that now just receives a lot of Beagle stuff for gifts and things? Because that's happened to me with hummingbird stuff.
Yes, so
Yeah.
friends and family will give me Beagle gifts, Beagle
Yeah.
whatever you can imagine, little
Yeah.
Beagle statues, and so, you know, it's a little kitsch, but I enjoy it, so
Yes, it brings you joy.
every day.
And the fact, okay guys, I don't know this about Tyler for any other reason than you post it on social.
Right, yep.
Like you share this, like he shares so widely on social his love of Beagles, and so like I get to invest in that in you and think it's
Yes.
hilarious and like look at your weird Beagle blankets, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to be wrapped up in that too. But I want to take like 10 steps back because we're going to talk about personal branding and Tyler today and how you become such a master in this.
Thanks.
But let's talk about how you became a divorce lawyer.
Yeah, so I became a divorce lawyer. I was not really sure what I was going to do after I graduated from law school. I had a job
But
lined
had that
up,
degree.
and I had the good degree. Job lined up in another city in Iowa, representing a large manufacturing company, and it would have involved me sitting in an office all day long, not interacting with humans. And it made me feel sick and very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so I declined the offer. They were very gracious and kind about it. A friend that I had met through the law school talking about ethics reached out to me and said, I hear you're not going there anymore. And I said, I am not. She said, do you want to come work for me? And I said, well, you practice divorce, right?
Yeah.
And she said, I do. I said, well, I don't want to do divorce. So what else can I do? She said, then nothing. So I ended up going to her firm. I thought it was going to be horrific because it's divorce.
Yeah.
But I got to see how she practiced, how others practice, and as odd as this sounds, I fell in love with the practice of divorce and family law.
Yeah. What about it brought you in?
Yeah, so the constant client contact.
An emotional support component.
Yes, so
Like you are so good at that just as a human.
Thanks.
But okay, keep going. Sorry.
No. Well, she's very flattering. But so the important part for me, it just turned into the people. So the topic, subject matter, all that's very, very interesting to me, especially evolving laws or changing how you're dividing things.
Yeah.
But knowing I'm able to help someone and connect with people and really dig deep into their problems, that's what got me really interested into being a divorce attorney. And a lot of people shun being divorce attorneys because of the human contact.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not just about dividing, assets or seeing who gets the kids or the pets,
Yeah.
Beagles specifically. It's actually about,
Tyler gets the Beagles.
I do. I always offer that. No one's taking me up on it. But anyway, actually being able to help people solve multiple problems and try to move them forward so if they don't ever want to see me again, setting them on the right path the very first time.
I love that. And like, it's for a lot of people, it's the hardest moment that and if they've had a harder moment, then you're like, oh, like, sorry.
Yes.
And for a lot of people, it's the hardest moment that they've had in their life. And I can only imagine that showing up and seeing your face is just going to make that like a squidge easier.
Well, thanks. I do try not to be the typical attorney. I mean, you and I joked about this before. I take pride where people are saying, oh, you're an attorney. Like, I am. Isn't that amazing? I don't, I'm not the traditional stereotype. Nothing wrong with that. But with divorce,
you like smile.
Yeah, I smile. I'm friendly. I want to. That's the true thing. I just want to help people solve their problems.
Yeah, I love that. So, speaking of traditional, so when I think of a law firm, I don't think about lawyers or law firms reaching out on social media, maybe showing up at networking events. I actually do see a lot of our local law firms showing up at networking events, doing a really good job there. But I don't see a lot of lawyers showing up in the social, maybe LinkedIn, but not even there so much.
Right.
And so, Tyler, how did this start for you? How did you become the social media maven you are now?
Oh, well, thank you. So side note for a second, it all happened because I met Whitney. She is a photographer for our law firm.
I am.
And
I photographed every single lawyer I went
I'm
to.
so sorry.
No,
There's too many pictures to be taken.
There's a lot of you though.
Yes.
With people, there's a lot.
So I met Whitney and I just enjoyed her energy, and so I started following her, and we're gonna launch in your photography company, Ivory House, on Facebook. And I was like, oh, there's this marketing thing she's doing. She's cool. I'll go. I'm never going to be on social media other than just post pictures of beagles and news articles.
It wasn't just like a thing. It was a whole weekend workshop. So you signed up for a whole weekend workshop just because you were like, let's see what this is.
Yes.
That is just so indicative of your whole personality.
Yeah.
Like, you took a job in family law, just being like, let's see what this is. And then you dove head first into it.
Right.
Like, okay, keep going.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, so I took this whole weekend class, and at first, sure, I was a little skeptical just because law firms are so typically stuffy, right? Traditionally stuffy, and for good reason sometimes. But I took the class, and I learned so much. I went back to my law firm, talked to our executive committee and our marketing person.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark. He is watching, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure you're watching.
And I talked to, my advising member at the law firm, and they were like, is this something that interests you? Like, do it. So I was very surprised, especially because we're a very old firm.
Yeah.
We're a little more, typical law firm suit tie. But the firm was extremely supportive and remains, because they're seeing how social media actually makes these relationships happen. And it may not be me actually helping someone with their divorce, it's just connecting, learning about people in the community.
Totally.
And that's where the real fun for me comes.
Yeah, well, you become an amazing connector. So when I see you showing up on social, yes, you're talking about divorce law occasionally.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
Not really. That's not, what I really loved watching Tyler evolve is that he's talking about beagles, he's talking about your love of Des Moines.
Yes.
And what we talked about in that workshop was developing your content buckets and your voice, so that no matter what it is you're doing in the world, they're thinking of you first.
Right.
And it doesn't matter. You could be selling ice cream.
Right, and I just love helping.
I would totally buy your ice cream.
Thanks. I'd buy your ice cream too.
So, watching him do that and how that's just hey, I saw Tyler on the internet and I happen to know he's a divorce lawyer, and you're not going to want to punch him in the face when you go through this. What a win.
Right. I think so.
Such a win. I was heading somewhere with that, but I lost it.
Well, I will just add to that quickly.
Please do.
I like you said, I talk about beagles, or I talk about Des Moines, or just my life, or fun events, or sometimes news articles about what's going on in the world, or bizarre news stories that I find interesting. So most of it is not divorce related. Yeah. I love divorce. I think it's just something special to me, because it means people are beginning anew. Yeah. And so by not posting about that, I think more people are like, he is not just another lawyer. He has a personality, which I do. Yeah. I think
it's right here. We got all the personality. So I love it.
So doing that type of thing, just being active on social, connecting with people in the community, people I don't know, going out for coffee with them, or dinner, or drinks, or whatever it may be. Yeah. And just, it's all about an evolving set of new friends. Yeah. So I have my very old friends I've known since elementary school, but now social media has really allowed me to meet a lot more people in the Des Moines community. Yeah. And some we meet in person, some at some events, some we form long-lasting friendships. It just becomes more meaningful when you have all these different connections.
There's layers of connections.
Yes.
And so I think what's beautiful about that is you really understood the community aspect of it.
Right.
That you can be anything you want in the world. You could change careers in 5 years.
Sure.
It doesn't sound like you're going to.
I am not.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
No.
But if you did, your personal brand and the joy that you stand for and how you connect in the world will follow you anywhere.
Right, because it's the same no matter if I'm a divorce attorney or if I had a beagle sanctuary. That's my backup job. If anyone wants to make some donations.
I would like to help with the marketing of the Beagles thing.
Hired already. I have a retainer. So
actually, I do have them on retainer. It works.
So
not for divorce, obviously.
Not yet. No, I'm kidding. I do make some jokes, but anyway,
I'm all about jokes.
I think I'm hilarious. So anyway, so it's just the true me, and I think that's the thing that, especially being a lawyer, we're taught in law school, button things up, kind of lose the crazy personality, and by crazy I mean fun or interesting. And I would say most people at my firm do have lots of interesting personalities. They have cool hobbies.
Yeah.
But no one that I can see in the Des Moines area or Iowa really has a genuine social media presence of the true them. It's all law, or it's all like whatever, like employment law.
Yeah.
It's not about them as a person.
And the thing is, like, what I say about any profession, and we're opening up our personal branding course that's going to start in January, but I say this is literally for anyone.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what you do. And in fact, the more traditional the workplace, the more you need a personal brand, because you can't differentiate yourself based on your qualifications.
No.
Because it doesn't, like, everybody has the same resume.
Right. Yes.
And if you're relying on bullet points on a resume to get you to your next job, it's just not going to happen. Or your next client.
No.
And what I love, so, you know, we worked together in personal branding, and then Em and I needed a lawyer for some stuff with brand launch and the hummingbirds. And who do you think we thought of? But I called Tyler immediately, and I was like, I know you don't do this, but who does this? So we got to meet Kay.
Yep, my colleague Kay, who I brought to the firm with me. We met first day of law school.
I love it. And she completely took care of us. And like, at that point, I mean, I had met every single lawyer in the law firm and worked with Tyler. And I probably would have thought of Phil Nettie no matter what.
Sure.
Because, like, literally, I see you guys a lot.
Hello,
I see you guys a lot. But the fact that we had such a personal relationship at that point, there was no way that I wasn't finding someone within your law firm to help me out.
I just want to add to that. The whole thing, I think my business, my profession, whatever you want to call it, my world, personally and professionally, is so much better because of the relationships I build through social media. I can tell you that I would not have the same type of clients if I did not have a social media presence. Because people who are somewhat like me, or maybe complete opposite, and we're complementary in that manner, they find me through either direct or indirect referrals, and then through that, it just becomes this energy between us that allows us to work really well together, because we have to work super close, right? I mean, we're spending a lot of time together, probably over the next 9 months to a year, and it just allows us to mesh and, you know, get their cases or their issues or whatever they be solved in a more efficient manner.
Well, and that's a beautiful point, because what you're saying is, like, you are attracting like energy, or people who respect your energy.
Yes.
And because of that, everything is easier, because in a certain way, it's not a cold call. You're not like, there's an automatic level of trust there.
Yes.
That doesn't happen in other forms of getting a call.
Right, and that lets me do my job, I think, more effectively and more efficiently. People have heard about me through watching this.
So, and I found that too, is that I don't have problems either in brand launch or in Ivory House with getting the wrong client.
No.
That just doesn't happen in my world.
No.
And I think it's because people self-select out. If I'm annoying on social, I'm totally going to be annoying in person. Like, we already know that.
Yes.
So I just think that that's the other beautiful thing, is like, we have taken that, and we are who we are.
Yes.
And the last thing I want to talk about is stepping into being who you are on social, because it is a risk, people. And like, it doesn't feel like a risk at this point in my life.
No.
But there are some posts that I make that I'm like, I'm doing this right now. And I still have those moments of like, what? But I keep doing it because I keep seeing it. So what does that look like for you? What has that looked like?
Yeah, so as I said earlier, just touch on this quickly, I was very nervous about talking to my firm, like, hey, do you care if I'm on social media from, a mixture of personal and business? And I had been there for not even, 3 months, I think. And I had met you just probably 4 months prior. And I was shocked at how, like I said earlier, how accepting and how passionate they were. Yeah, you should do it. If you think it will help people, help your clients, why wouldn't you? And so for me, the part is, do people really want to see me reading a book while cover my Beagle blanket? Maybe, maybe not. I think for me, that's just who I am, and I don't want to be that divorce attorney that people can't relate to, who just kind of, clock out from, 9 to 5. That's not me. That's not how I practice law. And so I have those moments, like I just told you, but for the vast majority, I can't think of any negatives. It's only helping me. It's helping my business. It's helping me connect people in the community, which is the most important part.
when I think you're really willing to put your face out there too.
Right, yeah.
And some people are like, that's their biggest thing. It's like,
Right.
I don't want to visually show up on social. I'm like, get over it.
Right.
Like, we care way more about that than anybody watching.
Yeah,
everybody else watching always sees you anyway.
I was a little reticent at first to, be like, hello, I'm here. But then I just started doing it, and it wasn't so bad. And then after a while, I didn't even think about it anymore because I'm connecting. People are seeing it, they either know me or know me through someone else or will soon know me.
Yeah.
And so I think it helps them be like, that's what he's about. He looks like that. They will put, personality with a face, sometimes a voice, like right now.
Yeah, totally.
And I think it just helps everyone.
I agree. And on that note, we rocked this.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Taylor Coe, friends. If you don't know him already, you should, because obviously I love him.
I love you too.
Thanks. And then I will see you here next week with another Wednesdays with Whitney. Bye, guys.
Bye.